Are you thinking about getting a Boston Terrier? In today's interview, I talk with Noelle. She is in her first year of owning Bella, her Boston Terrier, and she's basically going to walk us through some things that happened to her that was surprising, as well as some things that she wished she would have known before she got a Boston Terrier. Hey everybody, welcome to the Boston Terrier Society YouTube channel. Be sure to hit like and subscribe if you're someone who wants to learn more about the breed, hear what it's like to be an owner, hear expert interviews, as well as connect with other Boston Terrier lovers just like yourself. I'm Donnie Gardner, the founder of BostonTerrierSociety.com, and today we're going to be talking to Noelle. She's a first-time Boston Terrier owner, and this is her very first dog, and she's going to talk to us about what the first year's been like. So without further ado, let's get on with the show. All right, thanks Noelle for coming on the podcast or YouTube channel, I guess now. As far as you and Bella, just tell me a little bit about yourself and Bella.
Well, we live in Portage, Michigan, and Bella will be a year old on June 5th. We got her when she was about 4 months old, so September 30th of 2019. And yeah, she likes to go for lots of walks with us. And we recently just got her a bike trailer, actually, so she can go on bike rides with us. I've only tried it down our driveway, but she doesn't seem to not like it, so...
Oh, Bella would love that. Me too. Well, yeah, my Boston Bella. Yeah, she's not much for long distance running. As far as like the first year and everything, because you're coming up on the very first year of having Bella, right?
Yes.
When is that?
That will be September 30th.
Okay. So as far as the very first year, can you just tell me maybe what surprised you over that year? Do you love the breed more or regretting your decision?
No, I would say I love the breed more. So she is our first Boston, and I love the breed because my aunt had a Boston Terrier, Bubba, and they're so goofy and they're so sweet. Definitely surprised their energy level. We had done some research and it said that they had moderate energy, but they liked to cuddle on the couch, and we're fairly active people, but we're also equally couch potatoes. So we were kind of looking for that. And it was legitimately what I would imagine having a newborn to be like eyes on deck all times, what is she getting into? So that was surprising. Also, some of her health stuff, she is pretty healthy. Dealt a lot with different parasites with her, and I don't know if that's breed specific or if it's just because we live near the woods, so chewing on things constantly outside. That's a battle, and that's been surprising. She also, I would say, as much as she's very much a people person. She loves people, or people dog, I guess. And we're really trying to work on her jumping on humans, and my youngest nephew is a little bit hesitant with dogs, and so we were trying to teach my nephews, tell her to sit first, and he didn't even have to. She just sat down, and ever since, anytime we're around kids on walks, she just instantly sits. It's like she's intuitive or something.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I have a 2.5-year-old, and Bella listens to her. Bella listens to my wife and my 2-year-old. That's about how it goes.
Selective hearing.
Right. Yeah, so definitely with the hyper thing, I do remember Bella being very hyper whenever she was younger. She has calmed down since then.
That's our vet, one of our vet techs. She has 2 Bostons, and she loves Bella, and she's like, oh yeah, in 2 years she'll be calm. I'm like, 2 years?
Right. So I guess, you did your research beforehand. What would you like to know? Like if you could go back a year, what do you wish you knew before you got your Boston?
So I wish that I knew a little bit more about their nuances. So I had read that they're heat sensitive, but we've only really just experienced some warmer weather here in Michigan. And I definitely noticed, this was maybe last week, she was outside chasing a tennis ball, and it was only 68 degrees out, but she was pretty tired quickly, and I could tell she was hot. So yeah, those kind of little tiny nuances. She's definitely sensitive. Her skin gets dry. She had a couple of patches of fur missing. So I wish that in hindsight we would have done just a little bit more in-depth research, but there hasn't been anything thus far that has really made us go, oh my gosh, what did we do?
Right. Yeah. And it doesn't get very hot in Michigan, I wouldn't think.
It does some days like in June and July, it does get up to like 85. Even we've had some 90-degree days last year, but it is very few and far between.
Okay. I live in Kansas and it's terribly hot in the summer.
Oh, yeah. I can't complain then.
As far as like training and anything, have you done any type of professional training with Bella?
Yes, it was end of October, beginning of November of last year. There is a dog training school and dog daycare here that was really well referred to us called Tip Top Tails. And we did a 6-week class of just like basic puppy manners. So sit, stay, come. They did a little bit of agility at the end, but it was just very basic, like how to get your dog to listen to you, how to get them to not pull on a leash, which we still struggle with. It was just it was very basic puppy class, but I'm really glad that we did it because some of the things that we were trying to do on our own that we thought like, okay, we're using treats, were actually counterproductive. So I highly recommend doing professional training.
How much did that cost as far as in your area?
Gosh, for 6 weeks, I think it was $175. So it really wasn't terrible.
Not terrible.
Yeah. At the end, they got to graduate and pick out a toy and all of that. It was cute.
That's awesome. So I guess as far as what type of tips do you have for someone who just got a Boston Terrier and they're now in their first year? Maybe you could give a tip on either food, exercise, or just things to watch for.
I would say patience is key and consistency is definitely key in everything. Like outside routine, how you interact indoors, and I would say introducing your Boston to all types of things. Like I wear glasses sometimes, so even wearing my glasses in front of her, putting a hat on around her, walking her out on different surfaces. And as far as food goes, we give her a tablespoon of pumpkin with each meal, just because she does have some bowel sensitivities. So that's really helped a lot, and she seems to like it.
I've never heard of that. So
yeah, she loves it.
Okay. Anything as far as exercise, maybe?
Definitely regular exercise is needed for sure. So when we go on a walk, it has been raining here lately, so we haven't gone in the past few days, but we usually go for about 3 miles. And I had read that, dogs under a year aren't supposed to go super far, and there's like a whole equation for that.
Right.
However, I feel like you kind of know your dog a little bit, and as long as you're not hiking crazy hills and different things, I think they really need it because she gets anxious and kind of paces. I would also say to note their cues. So like Bella doesn't tell us when she has to go outside, but we can tell her cues. She starts kind of sniffing around. She gets a little bit distracted. We can also tell when she needs quiet time. So we do crate train her. And if we have had her out too long and she's getting kind of, I don't want to say aggressive, but just pensive, then she'll go right into her kennel and take a nap.
Yeah. I'm just laughing now because, once again, I have a 2-year-old and going through the same process right now. Like, all right, you need a nap. That's why you're being so antsy.
Yes.
And then I guess for the last thing, anything else you'd like to share?
Let's see. I love all dogs and I love all animals, but I guess I'm a little partial, but I truly feel that Bostons are super sensitive and super intuitive of their humans. So
I would agree with that.
They can tell, and they wear their heart on their sleeve. So you can tell when they're sad, you can tell if they feel bad, and they're smarter than people give them credit for. I think people look at them and they say, oh, they're kind of goofy, but they're extremely smart and almost to our disadvantage sometimes. Bella definitely has selective hearing.
Yes.
But I kind of love her for it too.
Yeah, I love whenever I'm trying to get Bella's attention, nothing, but I can just like crinkle the treat bag and she's right there. Like, oh, you didn't hear me talking to you for the last 10 minutes?
Exactly.
Well, as far as people being able to reach out to you, what would be maybe some social media platforms where they could do so?
Yeah. Absolutely. So I'm on Facebook, and you can find me by typing in Noelle Smith. That's a pretty basic last name, but my maiden last name is also there as Caminito.
Okay.
So you can find me on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, and my Instagram account is actually Salon Selah LLC, and it's spelled SalonSelah with LLC.
I'll put that in the
And
show notes.
okay. And it said that I'm located in Portage, Michigan, so anyone can feel free to reach out and direct message me on either one of those platforms.
Okay, well, awesome. Well, thanks, Noelle, for coming on the show and everything. I really appreciate it. I think it's going to definitely help people that are in this very beginning stage of getting a Boston.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I'm glad to help. It was fun. I've never done something like this, so it was really cool.
I hope you found this very helpful. My question to you is, what video would you like to see here on this YouTube channel? Put it in the comments below and I'll check it out. And otherwise, until next time, life is better with a Boston.